satisfaction.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to the IA show.
You're welcome back. Thank you for everything, liking, subscribing, and commenting. And today our topic, you're going to get drilled down and dirty, like the nitty-gritties. Hope you stick around for that.
I personally can't wait. So today we are talking about insecurities.
Yeah. Something that's not fun to talk about, but something that we actually want to share and talk about because it's fine to have them as long as you don't let them define who you are, and you know you are beautiful. It's just like something small, like a bump in the road. It's going to get better, and it should get better. If it doesn't get better, hopefully some of the words we share help you out.
Yeah, interesting. So first of all, let's define what insecurities are.
Yeah. You want to go first?
No, please go first.
Like insecurities, I don't want to, we all know the book terms and stuff, but to me, insecurities is something that makes you not feel like living up to par, like you're not enough, you worthless, something that makes you feel like that. That's what insecurities are to me.
Exactly. That kind of feeling of inadequacy or not being enough or up to standard for someone.
Exactly.
That's being insecure.
Yeah, and thank you for saying for someone, because for someone, guys, you're letting someone make you feel
not enough. That's not cool. It's not fine at all.
I know it happens.
Yeah, it does happen a lot. Starting with me, I guess.
Yes.
There was a time in my P4.
Yeah.
Is it P4? Yeah, P4. There's this mean girl. She was called Charlotte. If you're watching, I need you to hear this right now. This chick told me I was not beautiful, that I was ugly. She called me ugly. She said, Lydia, you're ugly times 100. And yeah, that was 2010.
It's not ugly and beautiful in beautiful. You best not your emotions.
And well, it hurt me really. I cried. But look at me right now. If I had actually let it define who I am, I don't think I would be here, or I would allow to stand in front of a camera or address people and tell them that they are enough or they're beautiful. And like, why is it still being a memory right now? Because it actually made impact, right, in my life. So that is one reason as to why we are talking about insecurities, because they not only make us feel bad, but they make impact in our lives, right?
Exactly. Because growing up, I don't know if it was like like something that actually made me insecure growing up was my voice. Because girls would tell me, oh, you have such a deep voice like, growing up. And of course, and then the funny thing is they recommended bananas, which is my favorite fruit today, but that's where our relationship started. And like, you should really eat bananas, have a deep voice. Yeah, they used to say that. And and funny thing is, some of these people I have that thing, I met like very few friends, but I'm not a mean girl. So, and then like one of my best friends at the time used to tell me, do you have such a deep voice? And one thing I realized with these insecurities that they all from people is these people say things. That's why you should be kind or you work on your delivery of things. Because people tell you something, they say, oh my God, Johnny, you have a deep voice. Like growing up, Johnny, you have a deep voice. I used to have like squeaky voices. And for some reason that was in at that time. I'm thankful for my voice right now, I thank God. But that time they used to say, you have a deep voice, and I would try to get that voice, that funny voice.
That is so rude.
Like bananas.
Like, how do you tell your friend to eat bananas because their voice is deep? I think it gets back to the way we are raised, right? Like you need to tell your daughters or your children not to bully others because of what is on them. That is how insecurities are built.
Yeah, but at that time, I don't think these guys realized what they were doing. Like, let me say, someone finds you one day with like bad hair, and they tell you, do you have bad hair? Do you have bad this? And then, like, someone has told you had bad hair before, because I think it became an insecurity because I had it from her and I had it from two other different girls. Like, maybe if you know that person can't change. Like, one of my friends told me, her biggest insecurity in life is her like feet, because people tell her you have big feet, but she can't do anything about it. She can't. Like, why are you trying to show anyone? Why are you trying to tell anyone something about their feet and they can't control it? It's not in their hands to control. But I think God most of these insecurities that could go over them, but I want to know insecurities right now.
Yeah. There are very many insecurities. Like we say, not feeling enough most times. That still kicks in, especially with my parents, but mostly my mom.
Yeah.
I always tend to be so insecure around her, or while talking to her.
Does she point out certain things?
Very much so. Like all the time, she's going to pin it around your face and know that you can be like her, like be like this girl. Or did you see the neighbor's child? She dresses up like this. Why aren't you like that? So there's always that feeling of not being enough. There's always that feeling of being second. Yeah, it's also an insecurity for me right now. There's so many insecurities. Well, not for me, but like out there. You're not loved enough, or you're not feminine enough, or you're not petite enough. Today, our lecture was talking about some of the things that the feminists did not point out, especially African women. For example, in African feminism, you have to have nyash in termed. And like everyone was actually shocked that he could say such a word out in class. I mean, he's a lecturer, he's a respectable man, and he had to say nyash in class. So we've seen memes all over social media, Twitter. Like if you do not have nyash or brown thighs, then you're insecure. Brown thighs.
Let's not calm down. Now, America is really excited about the brown face.
Insecure about very many things about brown thighs. So I don't know what or how we can deal with them. I don't know, maybe I can hear from you. Are there any insecurities that you're facing currently, or
not today, but last week, I think. Last week. Because one thing about this movement has kind of just started, girls love their bodies. But I put my friends on Form 1. I really loved my body. Like I would say this. I was in love with my body. But last week, for some reason, I wasn't. That's why I think insecurities happen, but you're not allowed to let them define you. If it happens, let it be for some time. If you see it's persisting, talk to someone. Because when you talk to someone, let me tell you, my friend group, they're all the prettiest girls. Like if someone is presenting someone pretty, they should pick one from my friend group. And I was very surprised some of them told me they think they're ugly because someone told them that. So then after they shared with me, they had to realize they are very pretty girls after sharing with me. But then that's the thing. I think you should share with a friend if it persists. But one thing I've had when was my body, which was last week, and my friends were really surprised. Were like, joking, joking, just you're fishing for compliments. But I was actually very serious, guys. I don't know, I was just feeling like, I don't know, like, okay, I think because I stopped working out, but also I really felt like my body is not where I want it to be, where it should be, or where it was. And not according to Nyash, guys, like I had abs. I don't have abs anymore, like the intermediate abs and the rock ones. And then, yeah, that, maybe the abs, but I talked to my friends and then I do, I have a very nice body, and I told them how to love their bodies. Thank you very much. They told me that. They're like, you're joking, like they thought I was really fishing for compliments, but I wasn't. Last week I was really insecure about my body. But I think one thing that has helped me is I talk to like my friends. Like I talk to them, and I think that would help someone out there. Like talk to your friends, tell them I really don't think my body is giving what it's supposed to give, my mind is not giving what it's supposed to give, like a positive environment. Like create that for yourself where you can share your insecurities. And you and someone work on them, because you initially always have to first start working on them, like what can I do, what can I do, what can I do. Then with that solution, you won't be consistent with it unless you talk to someone.
Okay. Thank you, Jenny. Before we get to the part of how we overcome our insecurities, there is this topic that we happen to do some research about boys, and wow, that's deep, Sophia. And apparently, the people that we reached out to say that boys are mainly the causes of the insecurities in their lives. So you guys who are watching, kindly fill us in. Tell us, do you actually think that boys cause these insecurities? Do you actually feel like maybe ladies or people in the society are suffering from whatever they're suffering from because of the male gender? Please feel free, type in that comment section and let us know what you think as we discuss about.
Feel free to inbox us that boy's number also.
Oh, yes.
You want to reach out to him
and tell them how to act more maturely with people around them. Yeah.
That's a joke, guys.
So we'll start with you. What's your say about boys being?
I think, okay, from like my friend's perspective, not mine, like that she told me she dated a boy. And this boy was into dark-skinned girls. And she is like light-skinned. So that boy kept on telling her, like, telling you everything you want. Like, I want a dark-skinned, tall, petite, curved girl. And she's like light-skinned, short, and
So wait, why was she actually still in that relationship?
That's the thing. That's what you're trying to find out. Like, we thank God she left, but she stayed there for like 2 years. She was with that boy for 2 years, and I now like recently learned throughout the course of their whole relationship when they had like a fight, so like she's honestly not all that whole package that the boy wanted. So during every argument, the boy would go, "You're not even like tall. You're not curved. Look at your skin color. It looks like you bleached." But like, why did you ask the girl out if you didn't like her? Did you think she would change for you? I think that's what the boys are doing. So like that friend of mine, that's the problem. Now she's learning to just love herself. And she's a very pretty girl with the most beautiful skin. Now she's just getting back into it. But then the thing is, when you don't, like when you get an insecurity or insecure about something, even if someone is not seeing it, in your mind, like, this person is looking at this.
Yeah.
And then that will like reflect on what you're trying to give people. Like, you will turn out to be like a mean girl, like you try to project insecurity onto other that you'll be the people who didn't cut you, and it's honestly not worth it.
So maybe what I can say is that we shouldn't always blame boys, but yes, boys do impart insecurities into us, especially in those relationships, but insecurities come from all over. our environment, our mental health,
Yeah.
and maybe what we are listening to.
Yeah.
So all those other voices in our heads always put those insecurities upon us. So I've tried talking to a friend, a person that I trust to get over that insecurity that maybe I've been facing, or going to the people that I feel loved around.
Yeah.
So maybe it can work for you as well. It can work for you as well. Positive environment always impacts us positively. So if you know your friends and there is this person who is loud, who is like blunt in whatever they say and they don't care, you always distance yourself so that they do not say hurting things for your own mental health. Yeah,
I agree. And the other thing is, like, back to our other topic, like, love yourself. Love yourself. Because if you love yourself and you know I'm a very beautiful, dark-skinned young queen, you need to go with this boy. Even if he tells you you're ugly, you look at him and smile. You know he's just trying to trap you there, making you think you have no other options if you're not married. And yeah, just love yourself. You will not be able, if you know you're very pretty and you like, if you know it at the back of your head and you love yourself the way you are, and your mom has affirmed it, your loved ones have affirmed it, then nothing a boy or a third party will say will contradict with that. And that's the other thing. I feel like all loved ones forget that tasked with what's this thing of you're supposed to tell someone of empowering me. Like, if you're my loved one, a close person to me, you're tasked with empowering me on a daily or like whenever you can.
Yes.
You make sure your friend knows they're loved, they're seen, they're heard. Yeah, and then you personally, you're supposed to read the Bible. No one is going to tell you you're beautiful and you believe it more than God Himself. And according to John 1:1, God is the Word. So what the Word is telling you, God does not lie, He's not a son of man. What the Bible is telling you, that's the right thing. If the Bible in Psalms 139:14 is telling you you're wonderfully and beautifully made, why are you thinking otherwise? I know those thoughts will come because the devil has to throw his arrows, but if you're beautifully made, if God has said so according to His word, why are you thinking otherwise?
Also, that God is love. So if you're not feeling loved enough, if you're not feeling loved wherever you are,
Hold the Father's word.
yes, go back to Him always and feel that love that always comes with the presence of the Lord, and always feel better. Maybe for one last question, this is a very interesting topic, and maybe if you will allow me, if you'll allow us, we can always expand on it. It's also part of the insecurities that we are facing, and we being people talking about life at college, university, and real life experiences. I will tend to pose this question that everyone is asking me currently. So Lydia, you're getting done in university. What next?
Thank you.
What next?
That question. I've not yet faced any insecurity with that. Because God willing, because man determine you make plans, but the Lord determines your steps. So I thank God that I've not had it like as a big insecurity, because I kind of know what's next. Though God will determine my steps.
Interesting. I will want to cut you short.
Yeah.
You know what is next.
I have plans, but the Lord will
You have
determine
it
my
like
steps.
all planned out. Wow.
That's one of my biggest flaws. I love planning.
Okay. That's beautiful.
If you're to answer your question, because I didn't know.
Well, for my question, what next is that, so what next? I am excited. Honestly, I'm just excited about leaving school. So I'm excited about what the world out there has. I'm I'm really not scared. That's one thing I can really tell myself and the world out there. Well, get ready for it. I'm coming. Oh, yes. We are coming. And so I'm not worried that the Lord has my back and therefore things will be figured
And
out.
one last thing, like as a closing statement, like if you don't know what to do after finishing campus, one thing you can do is move closer to God. You have now enough time. Move closer to God in whichever way you can. Could be arranging chairs at your church, attending the services, but move closer to God. The closer you move to God, He will show you exactly what you need to be doing, and you will know it. So,
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for viewing today. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. Make sure to drop your comment there in the comment section. Come, let's talk always. We love you guys. It's the IS Show. See you. This is the IS Show. Come, let's talk.
I'm excited.
You're recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When you're insecure, brown thighs. Yeah.
Desmond, calm down. Now, America is really excited about the brown things. Yeah.
Shout out.
We want it yellow. The yellow movement.
Shut up.
Okay, rewind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.